and become a book book. So let's welcome our next presenters. Very professional photos of him. So his name is Jiade. So our sister Hong Yuting from Kaohsiung helped created this poster, but the wordings actually come from our presenter Wu Jiade himself. So the theme here in this poster is actually stating that, using passion to drive the world. So he is a very famous and popular publisher. Why he became a very popular publisher. So this is a video of him. So in a video, he mentioned that, why he's so successful in becoming an author and a book publisher, not because he is very good, but instead he treats people very well. But he has a lot of his kind of statement. Like, for example, he mentioned that as long as you have your breathing, you can create miracle. Let's welcome Brother Wu Jiade. So these two brothers are taking care of our presenters. And today, as soon as he finished sharing, they will need to take him to the airport. So he's on a business trip and need to rush to Japan. Oh, due to his business trip to Japan, he actually has his schedule changed. And because of the schedule change, today's arrangement is pretty tight. So after the morning sharing here at Kaohsiung Online Study Group, he needs to rush back to Taipei for his another presentation at 1 o'clock. So he is also a very sincere Buddhist and always focus on altruism, helping others. So I'm very happy to be here today. So my original time to come here was last week, but due to my business trip, I was rechanged to today. Although today is very rush, but I feel very grateful and appreciative of this opportunity. So whenever there's such kind of opportunity, I always tell myself I have to seize the opportunity. I should not give reason or excuse not to do this. Yeah. So as long as I feel grateful and appreciative, no matter how rushed the schedule is, you know, I will still feel very relaxed and very happy and flow with the whoever that I meet. So my motto is passion drives the world. So Mary Lao say he's kind of a very busybody person. Me too, because of that characteristic, there's a lot of excitement in my life. So um, during my past 27 years, I've been involved in industries that serve other people. So, from but all this industry allows me to kind of front facing with people. Those are the work that I like to do. So all the way from um, finance to catering, and then this is one of the famous restaurants that I work with. It's called a New Pasta. So in New Pasta, you know, Sister Zhihui is also one of the key person there. So I always meet her and talk to her and share Tzu. And this is a New Pasta has a very good working environment. So I live in Tainan. So in order to commute to Zhanghua to work, so it takes it's like 119 kilometers. So back and forth every day, I commute this distance to work. So in total, two direction is 238 kilometers. So just a joke, if you want to be on a magazine, if you can commute like across 5 different cities to go to work, perhaps that's one of the reasons. So I have published a few books. So these are the few books. So the latest books is about becoming a stars in others people. This book is around growth, wisdom growth. So that was my first book. So after the three books 2 years ago, I also published another book. This book is not because I have good social circle, but it's just that I'm good to other people. Okay, so this summer I met with Zheng Yanjing Sishong. Zheng Yanjing Sishong also shared with him that his line is actually full, can't accept any more people. So same as me, it's my first time meeting another person who have the same situation. So for people who have line account that met its limit, it's not because that I am very good in my social circle, but it just means that I love to interact with people. I love to get to know other people. So once you open up this opportunity to get to know other people, um, you will have opportunity to interact with these people. So just an example, like in today's, for me sharing here, I may get to know like more than 100 people, but after a few years, but do I still have, do I still know these 100 people? Perhaps, the percentage will reduce to only 5%. So, so it's not about the number, it's about the quality. So perhaps it's 5% of people that I get to know, the people that I get to interact in a deeper meaning. So the fifth book, it's about passions. So life is just like a, a passions. So I'm going to share some stories to see how we wanted to kind of value the interaction with other people in terms of quality, as well as reaching the depth that produce meanings into our lives. So a smile is actually represent body image. So optimism represent like psychological attitude. And if you're positive, it represents spiritual literacy. So the composition of passion actually can be explained from mind, body, and soul aspect. So these three elements, are something that I always ask myself whether I'm somebody who like to smile, am I somebody who's optimistic, am I somebody who is positive. So in my book, I also talk about life journey. So although I'm kind of in my middle age right now, but I love to interact with people from different generation. Like, you know, so when I was younger, I always kind of enlarge myself, also think that, I know everything. But when I grow older, I realized that, oh, actually, there are more people who are better than me. I started to kind of like shrink myself. So when you're getting old, you realize that there's not there's nothing about me alone. It's kind of a broader perspective, understand as a realization of life. So I actually joined Tsuji like 30 years plus ago. So there was one year I came back to Jingse uh, when my kids was 3 years old. We went back to Jingse Abode, and I met Master. So I really treasure those encounters with Master during that time. And from there, I started to have opportunity to actually share in the Tsuji Middle School. I also went to our Tsuji 大爱 TV, 人文 the humanity Tsuji humanity team to do some recording. So this is the photo of Jingsi Abode. So this is a photo taken. So I'm going to share stories. So I met a parent who brought the kids to Jing Sir, and this little child asked the parents, who is the Bodhisattva? So the parents answer that Bodhisattva are somebody who help other people, the God who help other people. So, and they pray to the Buddha and Bodhisattva. So after the prayer, the mom asked the daughter, what is your prayers that you told the Buddha? So the little girl said, oh, so little girl, instead of blessing for herself, she actually blessed for other people, for the Buddha to have good health. So the mom was very curious, why? And the little girl said that because Buddha's is really busy because a lot of people coming to her for blessings. As long as Buddha is healthy, she'll be able to bless other people. So from this perspective, the girl has really big heart. She blessed nothing for herself, but instead her blessing is for other people. So I'm very touched with this story. So after I learned about this, I actually wrote a story about how to become a person who bring values and help others. So altruism help us to kind of open up our heart and bring more meaning to our lives. So this is a cleaner in a train. So I met her, somebody dropped a cup of drinks and then she was cleaning it up. So I took a picture of her and I stopped her after she finished the cleaning. Can you stop here? I wanted to express thank you to you for helping to clean up the train. Can you let me take a picture? So once I took the picture, I actually went to the office after I get down from the train. I actually providing a positive feedback to this cleaner, acknowledged her effort and acknowledged the work that she has done to help other people. She did a good job. So to me, I like to do the extra steps. Besides just saying thank you to her, I also take to the next step to kind of like acknowledge her good job to her department or to her boss. So this is another incident that happened. So in the train, so I saw this later, I try to clean up a drink that somebody poured over to the floor. So I also took the next steps, from train 2 to train 6, I rush over just to say thank you to her and to acknowledge what she has done, her work. So everywhere that we go, if we take seize the opportunity to acknowledge others' effort and praise other people, this will change our life. So
Continue with further story. Uh,
Yeah.
Caesar Design, can you do it?
Oh yeah.
Mm,
Sorry.
mm.
So this is um the situation in the restrooms. So I saw this later, and then she was trying to clean up, and I asked her, it's already very clean. Why are you doing that? And she said that this is part of my job. So it's already 7:30. Why are you not home and be with your family? Oh, and then she told me that, oh, I have divorced. So for me, becoming a cleaner is actually how I spend my time. So I asked her, isn't this a tough job? She said, no, I actually, 10 years ago, I'm actually working in a farm, in a cater, racing cater 10 years ago. But to me, this is not a tough job. I actually feel very relaxed and I enjoy loving my cleaning job. She also shared something deeper with me. And she mentioned that if my life can be started again, I will really focus on studying hard. So she kind of regret, like when she was much younger, she wasn't able to actually focus on study. So because of that, and today she's not educated enough. So that's why now she has to kind of do uh, a kind of a different type of job. So she actually felt that if she was received better education, she would have led a better life today. I shared this in Facebook, and a lot of people responded. So actually, sometimes sharing a kind of ordinary daily life stories will kind of connect with other better. So a lot of people responses. So when we sharing, this is how we can connect with people. So this is a student that I met in one of the college. So when I talked to him, he shared with me this tattoo of him on the arms. So his dad is a fisherman. So when during his high school he lost his direction. So now, he actually carved out this tattoo on his arms to remind himself that, I need to be very clear on what is my direction. So that, I can focus on direction towards the path that I want to go, towards the goal that I want to achieve. So we should live in the present, seize the current opportunity, and make ourselves to become a happy. So I mentioned about positivity, optimisms. So smile, um, positive, and also optimism. This is the Hongqi Computers CEO. So the CEO is very famous in Taiwan. So a few years ago, when I went to Taipei for a class, I met him. So I asked him, why are you here today? So he said, I'm here to continue learning. So no matter how old you are, he actually gave a role model to me. No matter how old you are, we continue to learn. So 4 years ago in 2019, before the pandemic, I went to Taipei for a class. So the lecturer is called Chen Junsen. So Chen Junsen's sharings mentioned about his boss. It's Zhang Zhongmo. Zhang Zhongmo. Everyone is also very famous. Uh, very famous businessman. So 2013, he became the president working for Zhang Zhongmo. So in 2013, the company suffered a huge loss of 20.5 billion. So Mr. Si Zhenrong invited Chen Junsen to help solve the problem. So Chen Jingsheng are not worried about the company's on fire. He did not refuse. He took the opportunity. So Zhang Zhongmo gave a piece of paper, and on top it wrote that optimism is actually a competitive advantage. So Zhang Zhongmo basically told Chen Junsen that as long as you are optimistic, wherever you go, you are always at the competitive advantage. So I actually went to the internet and looked for various reports and news around that. So if you are in a situation that's on fire, as long as you possess your optimism, you will be able to turn around. So I actually went up to attend his talk and wait for Chen Junsen because I wanted to thank him in person what he taught me about optimism. I adore him, so I wanted to make sure. So for me, during the pandemic, all my restaurants actually experienced a huge loss, but I possess positivity and optimism and continue to march through, and was able to kind of uh, turn around back. So how Chen Junsen led the company and how he has taught me this lesson, I was managed to leverage that to kind of turn around and stand up again. So this is the picture I took with him. I'm very appreciative. I got the opportunity to express my gratitude and thank you to him. So a lot of times, whenever we are lost in life, instead of going to A, but we are lost in B, sometimes the B situation actually, there's a meaning. It helps and it provided us some lesson learned from there, which will enable us to continue much towards our destination A. So this is my sharing today. Thank you very much for listening. So let's give a big applause to the Jiade. So good luck always lead to the people who is optimistic and positive. So so looking at how his network, his line has account has reached the maximum. So now I changed the strategy as well. When I wanted to invite another presenters, I actually asked him, let's create a group. And once we are connected with another presenter, I will drop the other. So these are feedbacks from the online listeners. So Sujing, sister from Beijing, acknowledge what his sharings. So as long as you are good to other people, like our presenter today, whenever you go, there are people who like you. So as long as we are confident, we are optimistic and positive, wherever we go, there will be people who like to connect with us. So it doesn't matter in which position we stand, either C, the center position, as long as we have the mindset of collaboration and be good to each other, I think we'll be in a good situation. So, how to become a star of other people? It doesn't matter you are the A or B or C choices, as long as you are good. So you are an important person in the team. So feedback from the listener: as long as you have breathing, you will create miracle. This is the one of the motto from our presenter. So a very good body and mind and soul strengths. Okay. All right. I'll hand over to Brother Yang. Thank you.
So how do you translate that? So that's how Sister Mary was trying to lead some events. So, but she's saying that you have to be caring person to be able to walk into a crowd. So, reading of the feedback is it that one it's like you. So basically, that book is the new book that written by the that brother Wu. So it's not about I have a wide range of network. It's about how much I care about the people I encounter, how much I cherish their affinity. So so uh uh Sister Supan one of the a volunteer on Brother Wu's team. So she told the Sister Being's team that when every time we came that we saw you to bring all this gift package for all the speakers. So we really we know that you probably it's a lot of burden. So we'll help you support you with that. And so she was appreciate that Sister Suban should help her. Um, Brother, we were saying that it's important for us to make a good report and then to care for other people around us. So let us work together and then to create a better world. So we'll thank Mr.